Hi guys, I know it's been a hot minute since I last made a video, but I'm back, and today I thought I would make a video just about some awkward times that I've experienced. So yeah, I might as well just say goodbye to my dignity now. I was in the 6th grade, alright, and I was dating this 8th grader, and oh my gosh, I dated an older boy. Oh boy, he was like 15 and I was 13, so that's the thing. But it was about testing day, and in the way that my middle school was laid out is there were like a bunch of classrooms, but like before you got to the classrooms there was this hallway and then there was just this wall right here. We were in the computer lab, and then after the bell rung and we went to do our tests, before we went to do our tests we went behind this wall, and we ended up having our first kiss, and it was kind of weird. Like, it was really kind of awkward. It wasn't the best kiss, obviously. It was just like a little peck. So yeah, it was awkward. Okay. And in the 4th grade, alright, I was dating this kid, right, and he was really sweet to me and all this, like, oh, first boyfriend, and he was just like really sweet to me all the time, and you know, I'm still like this today. Like, one time he came over and I just like got all dolled up and whatever, and I was 11. Boy, I was 11, he was 10, so like about a week later, I don't know how long we dated or how short we dated, but it was like at recess, right, and we were like on this outside, this like side patio thing at my elementary school. For some reason we were doing recess there instead of on the actual playground. I don't remember why, but we went like behind this wall. Okay, here's the building, like right here, right? And then there was just like this space. Like there was just these brick walls, and like there was just this space, and like, we walked under there, and he was like, "Alright, you're looking into my eyes, what do you see?" And I was like, I see you. And he was like, "No, I'm angry." And I was just like, wait, why are you angry? And then we broke up right then and there. Like, he broke up with me, and I remember just feeling like kind of sad for like a day, and then just moving on from it. Like, 11-year-old me just got over things quickly. I'm not like that now, but I wish I was. Skip to, no, yeah, still elementary school. I was dating this kid, and I was a kid, obviously, but yeah, we dated, and it was like literally like the last day of school when he asked me out, and then I don't even know what happened. I think after we came back to school we were still dating. Like, I don't know. It was so weird. Boy, the same kid, right? Alright, this was like literally last year, like last March, I think. And alright, so we were talking, and this story makes me more frustrated than anything, but he came over and my parents weren't home because my dad was at the hospital. My dad got into a bad accident last year, but I invited him over, and I told him, I was like, you know, we're not gonna do anything, you know, we're just friends hanging out. And he did not get that. So, right, and this bed was like on this side of the room at the time. We walk into my room and he starts like kissing me, and I'm just like trying to pull away, and I'm just like, stop. And I stand up, and then he decides to like pin me to my bed and starts kissing me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so uncomfortable. Get off of me. Like, seriously, get off. Like, that's like literal sexual harassment. Like, oh my gosh. And I was talking to my ex at the time, so he kind of knows about this story. He doesn't watch my videos, most likely, but that's okay. And like a couple of hours later, and I just get a weird vibe from him, like, the entire time I'm around him, because, I don't know, he was just, ugh. But, like, my mom was home, but they were, like, upstairs, and we were on the couch downstairs, just hanging out, like friends do, and, you know, he starts to initiate things, and then, he starts doing things that I'm uncomfortable with, like kissing me and like touching me and stuff, and it's just like really awkward. I'm like, I do not consent to this, like, get off me. Then I'm like, I don't know, I guess he's just start kissing, and then he starts to unbutton his pants, and then I stop, and I'm just like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I thought you wanted to, he thought I was gonna, yeah. And I'm just like, no, we're not doing any of that. We're not, no. And then, thankfully, he left not long after that, so it was all over. Yeah, and it was so awful, so uncomfortable. I can't. Boys can be such tools. My sweet 16, it was, I was hanging out with my two best friends at the time, and this guy, he's gay, so, I mean, he was like one of us, basically, and we were hanging out at this, like, pizza place, and my brother and a bunch of his friends were sitting at one table, and myself and my friends were all sitting at a table alone, and so it's all like fun and whatever, like best birthday ever, at least, like it was awesome. But we go back to our house with all of the kids, and the people that we invited to our own birthday party, because, you know, I have a twin, so I am sitting on this bench in my brother's room, and my best friend at the time was sitting next to me, and we were talking, and I was getting like really hot, like in the room. It was just from all the body heat. There were like at least 8 people in that little room. My brother's room was quite small back then. And I said, I'm in heat. And everybody just looked at me weird. And they were like, what did you just say? And did you just say what I think you said? And I was just like, and my best friend, she says to me, Jillian, you know that means you're aroused, right? And I'm just like, I did not know that. So, yeah, that was really uncomfortable. I just wanted to hide away somewhere and just pretty much die at the time. Like, wow, really? My boyfriend at the time, this was about the guy that I made a huge story time on. Alright, I was at his house, and he had a bunch of his little cousins over. And, you know, we wanted to get away from his cousins because you get it. But, like, his little cousin, he was probably like 4, I don't know how old he was, but we go into his room, and then his cousin shuts the door, and we're just like, okay, so we just went with it, and we start kissing and stuff, and then his mom opens the door and just like talks like into the room. Basically, she kind of yells a little bit, but she's like, son, you can't have the doors closed. And he was like, sorry, Mom, somebody closed it. And so she just left it open and then just walked away, and we were like, okay. And then we got walked in on a couple of times, but like nothing super graphic happened, so it's fine. I was at his house again, and I went over to his house a lot, but it was nighttime, and like a bunch of his entire family basically was just outside having a bonfire in the backyard except for us, and we were like inside alone. And his mom, like maybe like 2 minutes later, like the lights were off, and I won't go into detail about what happened like physically, but like his mom knocks on the window, and I literally jump off of him and onto the hard floor, and I was just like freaking out, because like I just pulled my shirt back down, and he was like, "What is it, Mom?" And she was like, "Dad wants your company." And I'm just like, oh lordy in heaven, this is not happening. And I was 17 at the time, so this was like 2 years ago, but like, oh my gosh, can you guys imagine like dealing with that? I don't know. That was really awkward. Thankfully she did not see anything. She actually had a flashlight, and she waited like 30 seconds until she like shined the flashlight into the room. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit uneasy. And then another time I was at his house. He was gonna drive me home, so we were getting ready to leave, and his mom hugs me, because like, you know, I love his mom. His mom's amazing. But she hugs me, and then his dad like turned to me, and it looks like he's like gonna, I don't know, shake my hand or hug me or something, and then I just quickly turn around and walk away and go put my shoes on, and I turn around and he's standing right there, and I'm just like, oh no, I just made a huge mistake. I felt so bad too, but I just shook his hand and I was like, good to see you too. Right. It was just really awkward, right? Okay. And I don't know. That was just so weird and uncomfortable. And then there was this other time I was holding his baby brother, and we were in the kitchen, and his grandmother was in the room, and babies love boobs. I've been around enough babies to know that babies do love boobs, but I guess like he just had his hand like on my boob. I'm like, I didn't think anything of it because he was 1, so it was innocent, it was fine. But hold on. I'm gonna need that. Okay. Don't worry, it's water, not vodka. Could you imagine drinking this much vodka? I would die. And his grandmother proceeds to say, you need to talk to your brother about this. And he was like, what? I was like, oh my word. His family loved me, so bless their hearts for all the awkward times I've put them through. I'm just an awkward person in general. Oh yeah, when I was 9, it's snowing. I hate cold weather. I was 9 and we were throwing this Christmas party. I thought, we had a landline at the time, we didn't have cell phones, and I thought it would be a good idea to call 911. And then, the next thing I know, 2 police officers are like literally at my front entrance of my house, and those poor police officers. As soon as I saw them, I walked over to my mom and I did this and like leaned like into her, and I was like, hold me, mommy, pretty much. And she was like, Jillian, what did you do? I called 911. I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble, but they were probably just like, you know, this is a huge misunderstanding, I apologize about my daughter. So they just went on with their night after that, but that was really embarrassing as well. I think that is a good story to end on. If you guys would like to see more embarrassing stories or awkward stories, just let me know in the comment section below and I will do them. I would genuinely love to do more of these anyway, but yeah. Okay, as always, stay strong, stay positive, stay beautiful, and love yourself. I will see you guys next time I see you. Bye! Side note, I'm probably moving soon, so, and I'm kind of sad about it, but it's fine.